Yes, it is time. I think it's time. It's time for the helpmeets to come together. It's time for the helpmeets to get a sip, relax, enjoy one another. I'm holding on to my very amazing pen. I'm a helpmeet suitable. So, if you've ordered a journal, you have one of these pens, but I want you to write it in anyway. Decree and declare, I am a helpmeet suitable. Hi, Marcy. You're the first one on. Shout out to Marcy being the first helpmeet I see on. You need to type it in, decree it, declare it, say it out of your mouth so that you can put it into the atmosphere. I'm a helpmeet suitable. And while you're doing that, tell me what you're sipping tonight. Grape sparkling. I'm doing better. This is no sugar. No sugar, no sugar. I'm trying, I'm doing better. No sugar. So, what are you all sipping? I'm doing a little bit better. I'm making it up. Yep. You gotta have something. You gotta mix it up a little bit. So, my fitness coach was like, some of that juice. Okay. So I'm making my effort. Gotta do all I can do to be healthy. So come on in and let me know your helpmeet suitable. I see you all sparkling. See, somebody else is doing the same thing too. So get out your pen. Come on in. Let me know that you are a helpmeet suitable. Ice water. Thank you. I know, gotta do well, but I don't know. I'm not doing that great yet, but I'm working on it. Tag some helpmeets. Let them know it's our helpmeet time. While I get a sip, I'm getting used to it. While I get a sip, still in my cute glass, of course. But I have some tips for you today. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't send. Lord have mercy. Sending me recipes. Here's the number one. I don't cook anymore. I'm retired now. If the king wanted me to cook, absolutely I would. But the king loves to cook. I consider that my gift for our reconciliation. Before that, I did almost all of the cooking. But as a part of his deliverance, he started cooking, which was really, really helpful to him. He's actually going to do some cooking online. So you guys encourage him. Send him inboxes and say, we want to see you cook. Yes, we want to see him cook. Would you like to see my king? It's my PPK in the kitchen. So he's going to show you guys some of his recipes and agua fresca. Oh Lord, yes, come on, send that to the king and the king will make it for me because yes, he does such an amazing job. He's so good in the kitchen and he loves to cook. So send him recipes on his inbox. Send them to me. I will send them to him. But thanks for coming on. It is one of my gifts that we got after reconciliation. He loves to cook and now he cooks every day. He cooks really healthy and he does a great job. So yeah, inbox him and let him have all the recipes because I love to eat, he loves to cook, and we are a match made in heaven. All right, so today I decided during the Jim Jam Paparazzi show today, I was given a tip, and one of the ladies was like, that needs to be on Sips and Tips. And so I was like, okay, let's do it. So today is, what are we calling this? This is sort of like my tips, Sips and Tips, tips and tips and tips. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips today just because, why not? We're going to show you some tips. So I looked in the workbook, and on page 40 in your workbook, because the work in the workbook, yes. Oh, and your king is an excellent cook. My God, that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. But in your workbook on page 40, it says, evaluate the current atmosphere in your home. What do you see and what do you feel? Your current atmosphere. Because you can always increase your atmosphere. That is so important. Your current atmosphere. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips for your atmosphere. Now, the first tip is going to come from the Helpmeet herself. Of course it is. Because when I was learning about fixing my marriage, reconciling, Holy Spirit was pointing at yours truly. So let's sip to that. Helpmeets look at themselves first. Ooh, that's a declaration. Helpmeets that are suitable. We're not afraid to look at ourselves first. So let's sip to that. A helpmeet looks at herself first. So when God was telling me, let's look at some things. Let's check some things out. So what God told me was, before you walk into the house, let's check that face. And don't go in the house shifting the atmosphere that you did so much to create by not having your face right. So I would sit in my car, true story, and pray. A lot. And the more I did it, the less I had to sit in the car. But I did not just go in my house. It's not just because I got up in the driveway. I sat, can this face make it in the house? And act like he's the king? If not, I sat outside a little longer and a little longer and a little longer. My husband had no idea until after we reconciled why I was so late from work all the time. I was in that car. I was in the driveway getting my face together. So that's a tip. That's a tip. Don't you change that atmosphere. You've already set an atmosphere in that house. You are the atmosphere shifter, the atmosphere changer, the atmosphere individual for the home. So, Helpmeet suitable. Do not go in the house if you're all that. Sit in the car, get yourself together, and then go in. What you got to do, you got to pray, anoint yourself, put some oil in your car, whatever you have to do. Put some oil in your purse, take care of your business. Handle yourself, then go in. Don't go in there starting anything. Okay. So let's get that together. So that's one. Atmosphere help. Atmosphere help. For whatever reason, and I won't say that any tip is for everybody, but I will tell you, I tell a lot of my clients in one-on-ones, scents or smells happen to be pretty important for a lot of kings. I know we like scents, and so I'm not talking about just perfume. I'm talking about essential oils or scentsies or those kinds of things. Now, I personally don't do candles, but I do like scentsies or, with those little wax. And I would figure out, now, here's the cue. You gotta find out which one your husband, your king, likes best. Now, I know you're gonna be like, well, I like lavender, or I love this one, or I love that one. I get it. But if you're gonna set an atmosphere for your king, you may want to just take the time to ask. I used to put in a particular kind, I think it was like pina colada, like a coconut one. And my husband never said much about it. Now he's on. And hi, King. Gotta love you being on and up this late at night. So I found out later that my king loved the linen. Who knew? So I tried different ones. And one day he walked in and he was like, oh my God, I love that one. And Holy Spirit said, that's the one I want you to have in there. Now, I know people that will say, well, I want it to smell like this, or I want it to smell like that, but you are number 2, you are the queen. You're the helpmeet that's suitable. And if your spouse needs to be able to calm down, if you're wanting things to be calm in your home, let the smell be the smell your husband wants. The other day, I put the scent, because I couldn't find it, haven't been shopping. So they haven't been buying it. And the other day, I made sure we had it, and I asked them to pick it up because quarantine. This girl, I went to the store this weekend for the first time in like months. So I asked him to buy it. I put it on at night. So when he woke up, he smelled it. And do you know, he was like, oh my God, I love it when the house smells like this. Hey, help me tip. Take the time to find out which scent he likes. Don't manifest and say, what about me? You need the king to have an atmosphere that's conducive for deliverance, for peace, for him to be able to feel like a king. So check on scents. He made like linen. He made like vanilla. He made lavender. I don't know. You need to ask. Now he's probably gonna go, I don't care. But check some things out. One week put one scent. Another week put another scent. Another week put a different scent, and see. Maybe citrus. And see when he walks in if he says, wow, honey, I really like that. Ding, ding, ding. Next week you put in another scent and he says absolutely nothing. You can figure that out. We're on page 40 in the workbook. We are on page 40. What is the atmosphere in your home? Simple things you can change and adjust. When people have the smell that they need, especially if you're in a situation where you're trying to reconcile, or you're in a situation where things are a little bit not so great, smells make you take a deep breath. Deep breaths make you calm down. Think, Helpmeet, think. Holy Spirit knows how to do this. So we're going to make sure the smell is right. All right? Now, when you're responding to your king, sometimes we get to be a little, flip in the mouth. So, Holy Spirit, especially when things were a little cantankerous with my king and I, Holy Spirit would say, would you say it that way to your boss? And keep your job? How do you speak to your boss when he walks in? Do you say it like that? Do you roll your neck? Do you have your eyes looking like that? Or do you calm yourself down and say it with respect? If it's good enough for your boss, it's definitely good enough for the king. Do we need to sip, ladies? If it's good enough for your boss, it's definitely appropriate for the king. So would you answer your boss like that? What? I'm just saying, would you answer your boss when they call your name? Like I said, grape sparkling. I'm just saying, Holy Spirit reminded me, I treated my boss better than my king. Unacceptable. He said, I don't care how he's acting. He's the king, and you need to treat him like it. And you're trying to tell me you don't know how to treat a king? Oh, you do. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how big. You know. You know how to behave, respond, look. You know how to do it. So that's the boss check. I call that the boss check. Would you say it to your boss like that? Atmosphere. Check your atmosphere. You thought I was just talking about you super spiritual. Yes, that is super spiritual. You should be honoring your king. It's in the Bible. You know what? Wives, show reverence. Reverence. You have more reverence for your boss than your king? That's not showing reverence. No matter what. All right, last tip for the atmosphere. Last tip for the atmosphere. Ladies, almost knocked over my sparkling. Oh, no. We can't do that. No, we can't do that. All right, I did smells. Oh, here's a good one. Here's an easy one. Everyone right now, if you're married, put in your husband's favorite snack. Quickly, quickly. Helpmeets, if you're already married, put in your husband's favorite snack. Go. As a service unto the Lord. You know it. You've been lit. Let me get a sip on that. You reverence your husband as a service unto the Lord. You've been paying attention. That's a Helpmeet suitable. Lupe, you get the Helpmeet award for today as a service unto the Lord. Not because he deserves it, but because God said so. As a service unto him. Sparkling grape. All right, let's see it. Put your king's favorite snack. Put your king's favorite snack, and it should come up. It should roll. Roll off. Roll up. Oh my. Roll off your king's favorite snack. Drop it. Drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. I want you to put it in the comments. Okay. Okay. Put it in the comments. Snack. I want it to be a snack, not a meal. A snack. Oh, that's a good one. Yes. Snacks. Come on now. Not so much just the meal, but you got to keep that in mind too. Atmosphere. Your home should have your king's favorite snacks, favorite drink at all times. I only have a little bit to sip left. I really said it. At all times. Think about it. If you knew someone royal was coming to your home, wouldn't you make sure that what they like, especially if you knew what it was, you would make sure that you had it available, especially if it was something you could get your hands on quickly. So if it was peanut butter chips, if it was chips and salsa, if it was pigskins, whatever it is. Now, if your husband's on a diet and he likes something, really, really sugary, then try to encourage him to have something else. But you all know what I mean. The king's atmosphere. The king's atmosphere. See, part of what you need to know is this is the king's atmosphere. Oh, somebody's going to get the deliverance right there because you thought it was your atmosphere. That's the king's atmosphere. You're there to set the king's atmosphere. That's how you reverence your king. All right, those were a couple of super tips. Tiny tips. Big difference for your atmosphere. So I was out of page 40 in your workbook. Oh, yeah. That's good form. I was out of page 40 in your workbook. What describe the atmosphere in your home? So today, that's what I want you to do. Yes. You look at the atmosphere. You consider what is in the atmosphere. Is it a smell that's conducive for the king? If you're not married yet, keep these things in mind. Put these tips in your journal. Make sure that way when you get your king, you'll know what to do. You'll have these things already in mind. If you don't know, let's make sure we have a variety and make sure they're just kind of readily available and look at what they grab. You got to understand. So if you're an individual not looking, because God will make sure that a king finds you. But when your king finds you and you start to court, put different snacks out and see which snack he goes for. You got to be prepared to be a helpmeet. People prepare more for a wedding than they are to be a helpmeet. Come on. Got to do it. So, ladies, let's make those atmospheres just right. How's your atmosphere? So the declaration today is, I am the atmosphere setter. When you're a helpmeet that is suitable, you are an atmosphere setter. So let's put that down as our declaration. Don't forget. Don't make sure. Don't misunderstand that you are the atmosphere setter. You don't want to misunderstand that. You don't want to miss the opportunity. That's what I wanted to say. Don't miss the opportunity to set the right atmosphere. Those are my special tips. I might do a couple more this week. I want you guys to have all the tips you need. Yes. Yes. All right, ladies. I am the atmosphere setter. Tell it. Decree it. Declare it. You are the atmosphere setter. You are the atmosphere setter. All right. We are. Yes. Definitely always keeping you in prayer. You are the atmosphere setter. Yes. Oh, I love it. Go ahead and decree it. Go ahead and declare it so that you remember it. What is your tip? Think about it. Ask Holy Spirit, what can I put into this atmosphere that will help my king feel like he's in his castle? That's what I have for you today. Several tips, tiny tips, because you're the atmosphere setter, and I want you, help me, to make that atmosphere conducive for peace, conducive for deliverance, conducive for that king to feel like he's in a castle. Well, all right. Last sip of the grape sparkling. Good to have some time with you, Helpmeets. Don't forget to get your book and your workbook and your journals, whatever you need, on our website. For those of you who don't already have it, oh my goodness, if you need help and hope, any of you that are really in a situation where you need to hold on for help and hope, Bent but Not Broken is the story of my husband and I, our testimony, our love story, and it'll give you help and hope, because you know what? God did a miracle. He did a new thing, and we're very happy to share our testimony. You need help being the greatest helpmeet? Get your book and workbook. Someone please put GeraldandYvette.com in the comments. GeraldandYvette.com. And we will make sure we have lots and lots of resources available for you on our website. Thanks for joining me for some Helpmeet time. You are an atmosphere setter. Thanks for putting up our website. Go to the website for all kinds of resources, information on how to prepare for marriage, how to have a stronger marriage, and how to work on your marriage, how to reconcile your marriage. Wherever you are in that process, we want to help. And we also have information on our one-to-one online coaching sessions with me, and our mentoring program where I am training Helpmeets to be suitable to learn their spiritual warfare weapons on how to combat the enemy using spiritual warfare, and you are in your authority to take control over the atmosphere. Cancel out demonic assignments, because sometimes you got to make sure you can roll up your sleeves, but do it spiritually. Love spending time with you guys. I will see you all sometime this week. I'm going to be doing some pop-ups with paparazzi, even some pop-ups with our tips and sips. I'm going to get online a little bit more. I've got lots and lots of one-on-one sessions with individuals, but I'm going to make some time to do some more broadcasting. And my husband has been pushing. I know Lupe's out there pushing. We're going to be doing some webinars also for some of our new followers that haven't had a chance to do webinars with me. Recently, we realized we haven't had webinars in quite some time, so I want to be doing that as well. Whew, that was a lot, but you know what? God's going to give us the energy and the resources we need to keep offering things to help you become the helpmeet that you would like to be. So, I'm Yvette Benton. I'm a helpmeet suitable, decreeing and declaring you're a helpmeet suitable as well. Don't forget, you are the atmosphere setter.